Hi, David Dodge here for Green Energy Futures. Some of the most innovative community solar programs are occurring in what might seem unlikely places. This week we visit Black Diamond, Alberta and Scarland County, north of Drumheller, Alberta, to look at a couple of very innovative programs. The communities wanted to save money and become more resilient, and they wound up being leaders. But they couldn't have done it without Sean Magee. He's the director of Bullfrog Builds, a program that's helping community-based renewable energy projects.
Largely, it's solar. Solar is such a great source of energy for community projects because the price is coming down. It's so easy to install. So the turnaround is incredibly fast, and then the upkeep and maintenance is really low.
The program has committed $900,000 to 25 projects so far. At this point, Magee has a pretty good idea of what makes a successful project.
The number one thing is a champion. You need to have a champion in the community who is going to carry the flag and move it forward. I think the best example that I can think of is in Black Diamond, for sure. I met Quinton there just in the summer of last year, so 2013. Such an unassuming town and such an unassuming individual with a wonderful mustache. And walked into, of all places, the oil fields regional arena and sit down with him at his computer. And you look at the depth of knowledge and the database that he has on the research that he's done. And within minutes, you can see just how dedicated and passionate he is about this project. And immediately, I knew this is one that we want to be a part of because this person is going to make it happen and it's going to be wonderful.
Magee is right. Quinton started putting solar on buildings in Black Diamond, Alberta, back when the bureaucratic process was a nightmare. Now, he's got it down to a fine art.
We have a fair amount of solar. We're a little over 16 kilowatts on the arena roof and 5 kilowatts on the office roof and 2.5 kilowatts of wind.
The latest project, 10 kilowatts on the roof of the Oil Fields Regional Arena, was partly funded by Bullfrog Builds and partly funded by the Black Diamond Green Reserve Fund that Quinton helped set up. Quinton's idea was to initiate serious energy efficiency projects along with solar and then reinvest the proceeds in more green projects.
Our Green Reserve, what it is when it's only been in place since end of 2007, start of 2008. So it hasn't been in for a long time, but what it does is any projects that we have done since then, the money that they have saved goes into reserve. We budget as if it hadn't happened, and that money is used towards the next green project.
In fact, Quinton has become a bit of a whiz at saving energy in the town's arena. He saved $50,000 a year using a low-E ceiling, energy-efficient pumps, timers on the heaters over the bleachers, and much more. But when it comes to clean energy production, Quinton has tried small wind turbines, but it's solar energy that has provided the consistent results for Black Diamond's program. Our second inspiring community solar project comes from Scarland County, in the heart of the prairie in south-central Alberta, near Drumheller.
Hello, I'm Matthew Kreke. I'm a project manager with Scarland County. I'm standing here in front of our 10 kilowatt solar array in the village of Morin. So we were trying originally to look at ways that we could cut the costs of our energy with bringing water to our citizens. And that's sort of how we stumbled onto solar. From there, we've been involved with several different programs trying to bring solar out, and we've just seen the costs really fall
From solar-powered pumping stations, it branched out into an ambitious program aiming to install 100 kilowatts of solar with 10 different farmers. They've got a partner again in Bullfrog Power and the Municipal Climate Change Action Center. But before they even started the project, they first asked farmers what it would take to get them involved in solar PV. I asked Matthew Kreke this question, standing outside on one of the coldest days of the year.
Initially, when we went out to ask people about what would it take to get you to invest, a lot of the farmers that we said is they're looking for a payback scenario of 10 to 13 years. So we saw where we were, which was about well over 20 at the start, and we figured how can we get this down? So we started looking at people doing their own installation. We started looking at some of the tax incentives, and we looked at how much of a gap we could fill financially for them as well to get them down to that level.
So where are you at? What does it cost me to get involved as a farmer?
Well, as a farmer right now, if you're willing to be doing a little bit of the installation, you can get down to about $27,000, and that's not including the grant or the tax incentives available as well. So we've gotten that down into a 10 or 13-year payback, and we're pretty proud of that.
Yes, you heard that right. That's about $27,000 for a 10 kilowatt solar system. And that's without the $5,000 grant. We wanted to see the program in action, so we visited Bob Sargent's farm. Bob is a farmer, he runs an oil field services company, and he's also a counselor with Scarland County.
It's really cut my power back. Like, it's cut my power back quite a bit. Like, you know, it's just, the economics are there, plus it's green. When I put this in, this is all we were allowed to. We were only allowed 10, but now they've upped it and we can actually go higher than 10 now. I think most farmers think outside the box, don't they? Yeah, we're always looking for something new.
It's all part of the county's Community Economic Development Plan. Very affordable solar systems, a focus on clean energy, emissions reductions. It's innovation that's coming to us courtesy of small towns and local champions. Check out our blog for more information on these community solar energy projects and more. We've got photos, podcasts, and links to great resources at greenenergyfutures.ca. For Green Energy Futures, I'm David Dodge.